You know, I used to, it still works. I was gonna say back in the day, I would just like bang it on the, Hi, my name is Sherry and welcome to another edition of the Vegan Boomer Babe. Today I have a great recipe. It's something that will be just a nice little, kind of like an equivalent of finger sandwiches. Veggie crescent rolls. And again, I like to create recipes or show you recipes that that make it easy for you to entertain your vegan and non-vegan friends alike. So, because remember, it's never too late to go vegan. So, as a baby boomer, my husband and I, we've been vegan for 2 years. Our anniversary is, I think, this week. So, very exciting. Probably many more years, many more years of enjoying the vegan lifestyle. So today we're going to get started with our veggie crescent rolls. And what I have done here, I've already cleaned some broccolini, some asparagus, and some red peppers. I washed everything already, but one thing I wanted to show you was when you are working with asparagus, you should never use a knife to cut it. You should always break it, because that is where it starts to get tough and woody. So again, when you are doing asparagus, the asparagus will tell you where to cut it or to break it. So what I have here, I have 1 pepper cut up. I have maybe 12 or 15 spears of asparagus and the broccolini. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all of my vegetables into a big bowl, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil and just drizzle a little bit over that. My oven is ready, 400 degrees. And I'm going to sprinkle about, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon or so of garlic powder. Not garlic salt, garlic powder. Big difference. There's no salt whatsoever in garlic powder, so you want to use that. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, a little fresh ground pepper, and a little bit of salt, not much. And then I'm going to I have my baking tray with a piece of parchment paper on it. So I'm going to just toss this around and get it coated really well with that olive oil, garlic, salt, and pepper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of pre-bake this for about 10 minutes. And then we will be making our little veggie crescents, our little finger sandwiches. So that looks good. It actually smells delicious already. Why is it that garlic just smells so good? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up on the tray. And I love the little broccolinis because they're not as thick as regular broccoli. But if you wanted to use regular broccoli, you could. You could simply maybe just trim it down a little bit more. So I've done this with asparagus before and broccoli. I've never done it with red peppers, but I thought the red peppers might be really cute. So we are experimenting here a little bit today, and broccoli. I've never done it with the red peppers, but I thought the red peppers might be really cute. So we are experimenting here a little bit today, adding the red peppers to the mix. I just think they will be nice. So I'm hoping I can get all of this on one tray. I don't want it too close together, but I think it'll work. So I have the oven preheated to 400, as I mentioned. Here are our red peppers. Very nice. It looks pretty. All the colors look so nice. You know, depending on how the peppers turn out, because I'm thinking they'll be good. But if you wanted to use orange peppers or yellow, So you certainly could jazz it up a little bit. So we have our veggies all ready to go. I'm going to put them in the oven for 400 degrees for 10 minutes. There we go. Next, we are going to get our crescents ready. So I have here, you know, crescent rolls are accidentally vegan. So they're really a nice thing to use. I usually use Annie's Organic, but you know, it's hard to get things in the supermarket these days. So I have Publix. That's all they had, so I ran with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these aside, and when the veggies come out of the oven, I'm going to, let's see if we can get this open. I'm going to use, you know, I used to, it still works. I was going to say back in the day, I would just like bang it on the countertop. I don't make crescent rolls all that much. They are really good, you know, delicious, but of course we can't eat crescent rolls every day. So kind of a special occasion food, because I, you know, just can't eat bread every day. So let's just sit tight for a minute. When the veggies come out of the oven, we're going to continue with our crescent rolls. Okay, so the veggies are out of the oven. They look beautiful. So I have my asparagus, my broccolini, and my red peppers. So while these were in the oven, I started to prepare our crescent rolls. So what I did was I separated them. I have another sheet of them over there. And I used some cheddar cheese. I have my Oko's shredded cheddar. Whatever kind of cheese you would like to use, certainly you could use any kind of cheese. I do have sad news. So my Oko's is no longer making pepper jack cheese, and they are discontinuing their shredded farmhouse cheddar, according to an email that I got when I asked them, where is the pepper jack cheese? So that was like my very favorite cheese. But I did find another alternative. I went to Sprouts and found another pepper jack cheese. So if you can't find my Oko's cheddar, don't worry, no one will be able to find it soon. So I'm not very happy about that. But so anyway, I just put a little bit of cheese. I just unrolled them, put a little bit of cheese on each one of them. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like 3, you know what I think I will do? I'm going to do it on this plate one at a time. I'm going to bake them on my baking stone. And again, this is clean, it's just very well seasoned. I love a baking stone when you are working with crescent rolls because they have high fat content, and they just bake up beautifully on the baking stone. So if you don't have a baking stone, I'm sure it'll be fine on a baking sheet, but I love my stone for crescent rolls. So I'm going to, you know what? The dough is not going to work great. I'm going to work right on here. Because as I was taking that off, I was like, not good. So I'm going to take 3 spears and put them on the wide end of the roll and just roll it up. And let it stick out on each side, just like that. So we're making just a cute little bundle. And as I do this, I'm thinking there is no way they're all going to fit on this baking stone, but we'll see how many we can fit on there. I'm going to try a broccolini. I'm going to grab 2 pieces of broccolini, and I'm going to make a little, the tree end out on the sides, and just roll this up. Okay, so I was right. They would not fit on this stone. So I now have 2 trays. But you know, this will be a great experiment. I'm going to bake some of them on the baking stone and some of them on my baking sheet. So I have a lot of them. I did make one. I have one of them that I put a piece of broccolini, a piece of asparagus, and some red pepper. So we'll see how they turn out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to spray these with a little olive oil spray, just a tiny bit, because what we're going to do is we're going to add some everything bagel seasoning. I love everything bagel seasoning on a lot of different things, but it's fabulous on here. I will tell you, I have the 365 Whole Foods brand of everything bagel seasoning. Now, there are a lot of different everything bagel seasonings, and I've tried quite a few of them. This is my favorite blend. I don't know why, but it just has a nice blend of seeds, garlic, salt, so my favorite. So I'm just going to sprinkle the everything bagel seasoning on each one of these. And then I'm going to pop these in the oven, and they bake for about 15 minutes. But really, you'll be able to tell when they're done when they are golden brown. So we're gonna have our little test here to see which one bakes better. I have parchment paper on my baking sheet, and I have a baking stone. So see you back here in 15 minutes. We will see which one is better. It's been about 16, 17 minutes. The ones on the baking stone are finished. The ones on the baking sheet are not. So the baking stone did cook them a little faster. I'm checking the bottom and they look perfect. So they smell so good. I'm going to be back in just a moment. I'm going to plate them up and you can see how pretty these are going to be. Okay, so I have plated up our beautiful veggie crescent rolls and they look wonderful. I do have on the other tray the ones that baked on the baking sheet, and they are beautiful as well. They did take substantially longer. I'm going to say they probably took 20 minutes versus 15 minutes. So my baking stone did a beautiful job. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you'll try these. They are just such a showstopper. They're beautiful and they're healthy, and I think I'm going to try one. So I have one of the asparagus crescents. Perfect. I hope you'll try this. They are so good and they really do look beautiful on your plate. So thanks for joining me today. I should have taken a baby bite, but they were so good I couldn't resist. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you'll meet me in my kitchen sometime again real soon.